question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, here you go. Like I always say, when it comes to violence and, you know, gun violence, any type of violence, I'm definitely not for none of that. And we shouldn't be. But the promotion of it, we also shouldn't be a part of that as well. So with that, I always, you know, go in on the promotion of any type of violence, any type of violence in video games, any type of violence on, you know, in movies, when actors is acting out violence, any type of violence in music. I always say the promotion of the violence under a numbers game of millions of people listening and watching, you get a certain amount of people that's going to actually play out that violence. That's just based off the numbers game. So with that stated, why would you ever want to promote violence? So here we are, we're dealing with the immigrants that just got to the country, the asylum seekers, and you get a judge who says, well, Sharon Coleman says, well, you know, out here in Illinois, it's unlawful for, you know, the asylum seekers to not be able to get guns, so they should be able to get them, so she passes this law that they can get guns. Now, go figure. Why would you want a group of people in the form of 8 million immigrants coming to the country with no background check, with no history of who they are, with no history of what they might have done in their country or what they're coming from or what they could have, you know, possibly have been a part of or what they are a part of now coming to the country? How would you and why would you give them opportunity to have arms around citizens that don't know nothing about them and what their actual background check or makeup is? Wouldn't that seem to be, you know, sort of unjust or unlawful or unsafe in the sense of the citizens of America not knowing what these newcomers are coming in and what their reality is from their past or whatever their present may be coming into the country, and to arm them as well? Wouldn't that be an issue? And not to mention being in Illinois where they always complaining about, oh my God, it's the guns that are shot, it's shotguns, and blah, blah. We need to get them off the streets. Oh God, why would you go out of your way to give a bunch of people that you have no history of anything of them, no type of background on anything of what they're coming from or what they're about, why would you give them opportunity to get arms? What is the reality of that, Miss Coleman, as a judge, when it comes to you pushing that reality in Illinois, of all places, when y'all got all these newscasts and all this white media talking about how it's so violent and the guns is over here, and we get the students over there, the dude over there, and all over the place, you're going to come back and you're going to do this? See, this is what I be talking about. See, y'all got to watch where all this stuff come from, because it come from the higher ups. It don't come from the low going up. It comes from the higher ups who allow and promote and implement all this stuff into society so what's to take part in. And then when it get down to us and based off of a different type of music, based off of a different type of movies, based off of a different type of video games, these things you see in here actually start to be played out in the communities. And that's exactly what's happening. And that's what you see. Not to mention ghetto slums and hood, which is abundantly overwhelmed with poverty and lack of resources and economic growth in the form of what we always talk about, and that's reparations for the Aboriginal Niggros of America to get themselves up out of these slums and ghettos and hoods that they was forced into. That also breeds criminal behavior in the sense of what they say, even though we know from Jessica Ramos and what she said out there in New York as the representative out there, she said, well, that's survival work. So we know the Aboriginal Negroes been doing survival work in their communities for God knows how long, because they don't get the resources, they get bare minimum. But at the end of the day, these are the things that breed problems. So why would we even try to promote a whole new group of people coming into the country that we have no information on that they can actually get arms? What kind of sick psychosis of a mind state would that be as an appointed representative that's supposed to represent the best interests of we the people as the American citizens? How do that help us? Well, I just don't get it. And I just don't understand it, Ms. Coleman. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.